ain't shy about it. Why? Cause I been that bitch.
Hey guys, and welcome back.
Welcome to the mother effing clap back. It's your girl Camille
And Carmen here.
and welcome
To Jocelyns Cabaret. Your wish will be fulfilled.
Perfect. Ooh, I was trying to go
Let
get it.
me give you your desire.
Let's.
Do it like it's my B-day, baby. Do it like it's my B-day. Do it like it's my B-day.
And if you don't know what we're talking about, this is what we're talking about.
Welcome to Jocelyns Cabaret.
Oh, bye. Look good.
She pissed
And
me
Jocelyn,
off.
don't try to come over here copywriting-ish, because ain't nothing copyright on. You gave us permission.
And did. Because we on season 3.
Yeah. Look, I'm sitting here trying to connect the dots. I'm slow. Yeah, we on season 3, baby. We going to be working that pole, learning that routine.
Why we do the same thing?
Because they very much couldn't get that routine.
Do it like it's your D-Day.
But yes, so this episode is about Jocelyns Cabaret, or Cabaret, whatever you want to call it. But we're going to use proper English. It's Jocelyns Cabaret. And, it's been the talk of Twitter, Instagram, TikTok sounds, all of that, because Jocelyn has just found herself back being in everybody's mouth and being the center of attention again, like she was when she was on Love and Hip Hop, being outrageous. She's back being outrageous again on Zeus. But, it worked for my homegirl because sis started on Zeus, little $4 network. And now her show done got a contract with WeTV. And then they got a contract somewhere else too. So she's doing it like, even though she act the fool, you can say what you want about her. You call her a cokehead, all that. But she doing her thing. They called her a cokehead when she was on Love and Hip Hop.
Really?
Yeah, on the reunion when her and Stevie J jumped up on the couch and they was fighting Benzino and Hothea. Everybody was like, oh, they on coke. They on something, because they were fighting everybody the whole reunion. They was coming for everybody neck.
Lord.
So they were like, they on something. And then she tried to deny it, but it's just, she's just so outrageous. How can you be sober and you act like that,
How can you be sane?
Like, there's no way you're sober and you acting a fool.
Well, shoot.
It is 2021, yeah, so.
Niggas is going to space.
Right. Her boyfriend, whatever, fiance. He want to get married in space or what have you, so.
Which I think is just another way of saying I don't want to get married right now.
I think, now that it can happen, we'll see if she's like, look, boo,
Right.
we could go.
Because when he was saying it, this was before people was, going up into space, like on the regular type, like it's a trip or something.
Right.
So we gonna see what the F.
Yeah, so, he was mainly saying that in season 1, which we're going to talk about season 1 a little bit before we get into season 2, which is Atlanta. So season 1 was Miami, and it came out, I believe, like last year, maybe a year before that. I'm not too sure. I didn't look at the dates. I just, once the new one came out, Atlanta, I wanted to binge watch the first season because, in a normal person's mind, you feel like you need to watch the first season before you watch the second season. But I feel like in this instance, it really don't matter. Because, I guess with Lucky and Sapphire, then yeah, if you want to see how they came on the scene and how they were kind of like Jocelyn's, not her favorites, but why they ended up back in a sense. So, I can see it for that aspect, but for season 2, it's a whole new cast of girls, so
Yeah.
new location, new drama, new all of that. So in Miami, you could just tell that there wasn't no plan. There wasn't really a vision, because you pretty much almost done with it, so don't you feel like you see that?
I feel like she did kind of have a plan of what she wanted to do with the cabaret per se, but I don't think she knew how she wanted to incorporate the cameras and stuff into it. Like, there was no, I don't want to say there was no storyline, but there was no storyline.
Yeah, I'm like, no, you're definitely right, because the whole time I watched season 1, I'm sitting here like, Okay, and same thing for them girls that you said you didn't like. I can't remember their names, guys.
Chastity and Daisy.
Who was the real cute one? Because one was
Daisy.
cuter than the other one. Okay, Daisy. Because Daisy,
the bottom bit.
Yeah, because Daisy kept asking like, okay, so what are we doing?
Yeah.
Like, what is the cabaret? Are we getting paid?
Yeah,
that's why I like them,
know.
because she's like, when am I? That's why I like them to know, because they like, when we getting paid. They trying to get their bag. Like, girl, we not gonna be on this TV for fun.
She's tricking anyway, so she
they
was
all
getting the
are.
bag. Girl, and I did not know that is what I was signing up for when I was watching that freaking show. I just thought it was gonna be like strippers. I just thought it was just gonna be like them stripping and Jocelyn doing a little, pure per se, but I was just like, when I was seeing like people was tricking and then they were throwing that they were tricking in other people's faces, I was like, whoa.
Your manager, which is really your pimp.
But it was making me feel like they were fitting into the stripper stereotype that people have for them. Like, because I've always heard people talk about strippers, or strippers say, like, we not always effing and sucking. So to hear that that's what these girls was doing, it was like, dang, I could have sworn that they said that they didn't want that type of stereotype or whatever, and they don't be into that.
It all just depends, though, because, I mean, granted, let's say we go to Magic City or something. Mm-hmm. Half of the girls, they probably just come in, dance, leave, and go home to their kids, because that's what a lot of them do. Mm-hmm. You dance, pay your rent, go home, take care of your son, because more than likely they got a son. Take care of their son. Then you got the other half, which is like, you know, they make their money, but sometimes they may want more, or maybe they got put onto the job by the manager, or they met the manager at the club, and he's promising a bigger, better lifestyle. Granted, this person might have a child too, but to me, I feel like for the most part, these people don't. I mean, they have children, but some of them don't, because it's kind of like you're out at all hours of the night, because your baby is asleep at night. But you get what I'm saying? Like, you're out at night satisfying your clients. So, I don't know. I just feel like it's 50-50. Not all of them do that.
Yeah, like, what's her name? Sapphire. I don't feel like she wasn't on no tricking or nothing, because she was like, don't even touch me at the mother effing club.
Yeah,
like,
she don't like that.
Yes. So it was just like, it was her. And then I don't know per se if what was that girl's name? Lucky. I don't know if she was doing that per se.
I think she is, because once you get into the second season and she's beating up that white girl, it's a little dibble dabble in that, because the white girl says her manager started messing with Lucky. And so they were supposed to be having like a threesome or something. And then it went bad, and that's why they start beefing on the show, because is like, she owe me money. The white girl's like, Lucky owe me money. Lucky's like, girl, I don't owe you a thing. We did a threesome. That was it. I'm done with you. And she's like, but you owe me money. You owe my manager money. It's just crazy. Yeah, it's just.
But, okay, anyhow.
Yeah, so, and like for me, I really do just feel like the first season, there was no storyline. It was just like, okay, what are we doing? Jocelyn could not answer. She would come with an excuse, or she would just be like, do you want to dance or not? And so it was just all over the place, because I felt like we were kind of chasing after the dark-skinned girl who would be missing. Yeah. And, because she would be with her manager. And so Jocelyn's like, well, you know, I really want you in the cabaret or whatever. And she's like, well, you got to ask my manager. So Jocelyn getting on the phone with the manager, negotiating and stuff. That's why really people started saying, you know, Jocelyn is a pimp. In a sense, she's the pimp of these girls, because yes, she has the platform. Yes, she's putting them on. But at the end of the day, she's negotiating with they managers to try to get them onto this next platform to make money. And I'm sure they managers are asking her, like, okay, where's the money? Like, where's the cut? So, I don't know. I like this second season way better.
Really?
It is a big step up. Because I just remember watching the first season like, okay, this is goofy. And I was just like, I don't know how the second season is going to be. But everybody was hyping it up. And at the time was when the clip of the double homicide was going on Twitter. It's the fact that everybody knows that, like, you don't even have to be watching the show where everybody knows the double homicide. Right? So I was just like, this show is, I'm going to watch it because I ain't got nothing else to watch, but my expectations are low. But they MFing brought it, okay? Because, woo, they came out the gate gunning. And I think it got better because they actually are living in a house together.
Okay.
Because I felt like that added to the drama. Because when, even though when I look at their Instagrams, it doesn't look like they lived in the house. It looked like they might have been there for like a day. Like they might say, okay, y'all need to be in the house for the day.
So we can shoot.
Right. But when they would take pictures on Instagram, it always just looked like the house was empty and they would just be taking, I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. I don't know. But, yeah, because in the first season, since they would just meet at the club, it was kind of just like, I don't know. It wasn't a controlled environment. Rather than like the house is like, okay, you can't leave. Even though they would go outside and smoke and drink and all, whatever. They could do whatever they want. But, because it's Zeus. Ain't no rules. Everything is out. So, yeah, like, they would, I just felt like when they were in the house, it just caused the drama. It's kind of like Bad Girls Club in a sense. And that's why people are like, okay, baddies are ATL. What are y'all doing? Because that show right now is how Jocelyn's show was the first season. Like,
really?
What am I watching? What is the purpose? What are we trying to get to?
I'm kind of enjoying the season 1.
Really?
Even though there's no storyline or whatever, like, I'm just enjoying how, what's that girl name? Daisy and Chastity is very much getting on my nerves. Like, I do not like them. And I'm on the episode where they gonna get beat the F down. And I'm here for it. No. And when I was seeing the preview of the next episode, I said, okay, now I see why Jocelyn did it. And I'm here for it. Because they annoy me. Like, when I first seen Daisy, I was like, oh, she's cute. Yeah. Like, okay. And she's like, oh, I'm the bottom bit, da-da-da-da. And then, I seen Lucky and Jay or Jade, whatever she want to be. Her name,
that was her name.
Jay or Jade?
I can't recall.
It was like J-A-A and then Dreams. So I don't know if it was J Dreams or Jade Dreams. I don't freaking know. But anywho, I seen them, and when she said she had a problem, but she wanted to make this money, I was like, okay. Like, when she said she had a problem with Daisy and Chastity, she was like, I don't really like them, but if it's about money, I'm here for it. So I felt like, if anything, she would be the one causing drama because she was the one that said she didn't like the girl. Right. But then Daisy came on and started talking about her appearance and all this stuff like that. I'm like, first of all, how old are you? Yeah. Second of all, we don't bully.
Yeah, you could just tell they were more into the looks of things. Yeah. Like, oh, you had that cheap ass weaving. Where's your nails, your eyelash extension? They were more focused on the exterior. They didn't even want to get to know the girl.
Right.
Or her hustle.
And I was just like if this was not your first time meeting her, or it was your first time meeting her, the first thing you say to the girl is, oh, you need a makeover. Oh, what are you wearing? Like, yeah, we don't know each other. So it's just like, why are you talking about me like this and talking to me like this? And then you're hearing stuff from Jocelyn and then you go throw it in my face. Like, how do you even know my business? You don't even know half of what you're talking about. So it's just like, after they were doing all that talking, I was like, Then when she sat them down to have that dinner, I was like, okay, let's see how this go. Then when they came with the same energy again, I was just like, ew, like, y'all were cute until y'all opened y'all mouths, and now I'm not here for it. And Jocelyn was very much not either, because she was like, you know what? Like, she realized they were bullying. Right. And she was like, you know what? I really want to help these girls, and Jay in particular. So, hey, I'm here for them. They on the winning team, okay?
So we're going to let Brittany finish that. I'm not going to spoil it.
Yeah, don't spoil it for me. But as I have seen, Sapphire and Lucky will be in season 2, so clearly, you know, that worked out for them. Well, we'll see in season 2.
Yeah, we will. Which I probably am about to spoil anyway. Because
let me close my ears.
you can't close your ears the whole time I sit here and talk. Just, I don't know. Vibe out. Well, anywho. Well, you know, this season has been super crazy and wild because, like I said, I like them being in a house together. And so it just stirred up a lot of drama. And, darn, I really wanted to talk about the winner because the last episode with the winner was really crazy. I can't wait till they go to Las Vegas because I just know Vegas is probably going to be on another level than what Atlanta was because Atlanta was hot. Jose, okay. But yeah, you know on Zeus you could comment, so that's what we reading. Yeah, choreo, but as you know, Jocelyn likes to call it the
whatever
choreography. Oh gosh, I don't.
She can't talk.
Choreography. Something crazy. She's wow. Mm-hmm. I don't like how this season they really dragged out the choreography. Like y'all could learn that choreography. It was so easy. I learned it after the first episode.
Okay,
I mean, really. Oh, I haven't watched anymore. And I haven't practiced. It's okay. I'm going to run y'all the choreography next episode.
Okay, for her.
My body color for you. I need to spin that cash.
We going to hold her to that, guys.
You need to spin that cash. Oh, daddy, something, something.
It looks
Welcome
like she
to
remembers.
Cabaret. It's Jocelyn and Nibby. You know, something.
It's Jocelyn what?
It's Jocelyn and this bitch.
Oh.
But you know everything she say roll together, so she's speaking in cursive.
Right. Okay, Carisha.
I mean, really, because what the hell do she be talking about? But anyway.
I like Carisha.
Yeah, so I like Carisha, and she's getting to the Diddy bag. As long as she doesn't sell her soul. Good luck. But, yeah, so sorry that link fell out. But, so I really liked it, and when the winner won, I'm not going to say who it was. It was just the way that Jocelyn was literally dragging my homegirl, like,
the
from
winner?
her neck. Yes, like, Jocelyn was, she's so evil. It's like, I like her because she's comedy, like she's good TV. She's very much good TV. She gets the views and she knows how to get people talking. She knows what gets us laughing and, you know, trending her show. But from just being a human, you know, you watch the show and some of the stuff she say, you just like, oh my gosh, you're an asshole. Like, you're a big dick.
Dang.
Basically, because just throughout the season, it's just like she'll say stuff that is just wow. So after the double homicide thing, as you saw in the little preview I showed you, she sat down with the girl who had the abortion. And the girl was just basically saying like how it's so hard for her after she had the abortion. Like she wants to kill herself and this, that, and the third. And Jocelyn is like, and the confessional makes it like 3,000 times worse because it's like, okay, she's already talking crap to you to your face. But then when she gets to the confessional, she's like, even more ruthless. So it's just like, yes. Yeah. So it's just like, oh my goodness. So she tells the girl, she's like, why you want to kill yourself? Like, huh? And she was like, well, because I'm depressed. She said, you should never want to kill yourself. That's not what we do. We are not those type of girls. We're bad bitches. We wouldn't kill ourselves. Like, you need to work on that.
Accent?
I don't know. I'm trying to be her. But yeah, she just says stuff like that. And then in the confessional, she will go and just be like, you over there killed them babies, but you should have killed that nigga. You over here trying to have that babies by that nigga, and you trying to kill yourself when you should have been trying to kill that nigga. I'm like, oh my gosh, Jocelyn, please. She don't need to hear that right now, okay?
I watch this, honey.
She's just so bad. And then, you know, now she has a little beef going with Sapphire at the reunion because...
Which I don't know about yet.
I'm sorry, but this is something surface level. It's not that.
I'll just play my game.
Anyway, but she has this beef going with Sapphire at the reunion. We know, we only got part 1, so after part 2, maybe we'll talk about it. I doubt it, but, you know, we'll talk about it on the Instagram. So, which we need to make a post. But anyway, yes, so gather my thought. Yeah, so they're beefing at the reunion or what have you, and right before they go on stage, Sapphire is like, they cut the camera, so we didn't even get to see what happened. We had to read about it and then see the after effects. But basically, Sapphire's baby daddy died. I think he got murdered, and I think the funeral was the day of the filming. So, you know, some people, of course, are like, well, why you at the reunion if the funeral is going on? Like, you should be at the funeral. But mind you guys, this is a bag, and these people are hustlers. Like, yes, the funeral is important, of course. But when you are in this career where it's grimy, where you used to just trying to get your money, it's very competitive. I mean, like, hell, what I was saying when I was trying to get a club job and nobody is, like,
Trying to
really,
put you on.
right, it's very competitive. Like, this is a go-getter thing. Like, you got to be cutthroat, all that. So, you know.
You got to do it like it's your B-Day.
Exactly. And so she's just trying to get that coin because at the end of the day, she is still here and she has the bills to pay and the kid to raise. So, anywho, Jocelyn is like, I don't know. She said something crazy. We didn't get it on camera, but we got to hear that she basically said something on the lines of, well, yo, baby daddy dead, and you at the reunion, so clearly I'm more important, or something crazy, something that you wouldn't say. It's something a person with a heart would not say to someone. So she said that, and everybody was hyped up and against Jocelyn, and that's why when she came out, I didn't know. Everybody was just looking at her stank. Because she coming out like she's Jasmine, Princess Jasmine, and very much looking like Jafar.
Bye.
So everybody was just like, anyway. So I don't know. She's just really crazy. And then the winner of the show, as the girl is being presented her award, Jocelyn's on the microphone talking to the crowd, talking about something. Yeah, you know, never underestimate the underdog. I thought this girl was a drunk. She's a drunk bitch. She's a pot belly hoe, $2 hoe. I'd rather you just say, I won, congratulations, here's your money.
Okay.
My girl is, yeah, she was drunk as hell. Her first time on stage, I said, this bitch drunk. And then that bitch got that big pot belly. This bitch fat. This, that, then I'm like, oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness.
Like, I'm sorry. Them girls put up with too much from Jocelyn. Like, I get it. No, I don't. Let me stop. I don't get it because, I mean, you're trying to get your bag. But after I got that money, I would definitely have whooped Jocelyn's ass because she's just out of pocket and somebody needs to bring her back to earth. And that's why I really want her and Tommy to fight. I'm still waiting on her and Tommy to fight, but that's never going to happen because if that happened, the world probably going to explode because they both crazy as hell. But, yeah, like, I don't know. She makes good TV, but she's just twisted and sick. And she knows the right girls to get because the girls that she get very much don't say nothing. I mean, this season, I could tell she was kind of pushing it because some of them were like, look, girl, I would like, what's her name? The girl with no gag. What the hell is her name? Miss Natural. Like, she is, Jocelyn kind of met her match with that one because she's used to the girls coming in and just listening to her and bow down. Like, they may argue for a hot second, but then the girl is going to back down and be like, well, you know, Jocelyn gave me a platform and I really love Jocelyn. Like, they look up to her, which really blows my mind because I'm like, ew. I mean, I get it, you're a stripper and this was a stripper and she's made a name for herself and she's kind of like, you know, really come up. Like, she's not global, but she's very well known in our community. I don't know about others, but our community. So, I mean, like, I guess I can see why they look up to her in that aspect, but not to be getting disrespected because they really just put her on this pedestal. Like, even on the first season, you saw they were like, oh my gosh, it's Jocelyn.
Yeah, that first episode, they were sucking her butt. I was like, oh wow, that's really how people feel about Jocelyn.
That's
like,
what I
I wouldn't be feeling like that. I was very much confused.
That's how I was too. And even on this season, like on the first episode, they're like, wow, it's Jocelyn. Like, I can't believe she's right here. Yeah, because I guess she walked out. And they were like, oh my God. Mm-mm. So I know, yeah. And then now you see at the reunion, they can't stand her.
Like, they ain't clapping no more. Oh, well,
they were still clapping, but they were like, And then I think also when Jocelyn came backstage and was talking crap about that girl's baby daddy, I think in that sense she was trying to tell them, because they had already been on social media and kind of like seeing how the crowd was reacting and stuff, because I think the reunion probably had to be filmed a few weeks ago because we only had 1 week off, and then now the reunion is here. So I feel like it had to be a few weeks ago, and they've been saying like current things throughout the show, like stuff that's happened. So it couldn't have been filmed that too long ago. But yeah, so they're kind of upset with what they've seen online and how Jocelyn has talked about them and how the crowd is reacting to some of the things Jocelyn said, and maybe they didn't peep because, you know, they're not 100% bright. So sometimes it might fly over their head, and then when we say that's not good, then it registers and they're like, oh my gosh. So, you know, they were kind of like pissed off at her, and she's gonna go backstage and tell them, y'all need to act like this, that, and the third on stage. That's what she basically told them. Like, y'all don't need to challenge me. Y'all don't need to try to go against this, that, and the third. Y'all gonna go on stage, do what I say. Very much giving pimp. Very much giving manager. But we're not gonna get into that because she's the manager.
Yeah, she is.
And her fiance is her manager.
Girl, when I saw the way
I'm
he was
still trying to figure it out. I don't know, because I mean, I feel like he's sweet to her, but I can't tell if he's the manager.
Well, she said on episode whatever that he was the manager. Well, she didn't even say manager. She said he my pimp. He running me, whatever. But then she tried to say like I run this.
I feel like she was trying to be cute. That's why I'm like, I don't know, because I feel like they're very much 50-50. Because he's laid back. That's why I'm ready to see him go off on big legs. So yeah, big legs, because he was popping off at the mouth, and I'm like, well, dang, who got ballistic going ballistic? Because ballistic is usually mellow.
I was not like. Excuse me, I was not liking how he was talking to them girls. I was like, hold up, like, dang, they gotta be all that.
Well, that is that line of work. They used to being called it.
To be honest.
And that's like the sad thing, because I remember when watching the first season, I couldn't help but feel bad for the girls, because it's kind of like they're brainwashed. If you really think about it, yeah, like if you really watch the show, and mainly first season, because the second season, not all of them have managers. But, like, on the first season, a lot of them have managers, and they very much place their manager as their king. They speak of them so highly, and they're like, well, if I don't do this for the manager, I won't be able to do this or that, or he'll be really upset, and I can't do that to him because he's my king, and he's my lifeline, and just very much giving desperate. I need him. If I don't do what he say, he probably gonna whoop my ass.
Girl,
I'm gonna be poor. I'm gonna be dead. My son might not be. It was just concerning. And so it was giving brainwash. It was giving me Mr. Kelly. I just couldn't.
Oh, whoa.
It was giving me Mr. Kelly, because I feel like that's kind of what he had going on, because them girls were very much putting him on a pedestal, except for, well, I can't get into that. Anyway, so that's on your own time. But, yeah, so it was just weird. It was giving mind control. I feel sorry for a lot of them, but then again, it's like you chose that line of work. But sometimes people have no choice but to choose that kind of work, because I'm telling you, they're not that bright.
But like, do they really though? Like, I feel like McDonald's would have been a better option. They could move up the corporate ladder in McDonald's.
Well, they're looking at fast money and not longevity, and that's. Unfortunately, that's with a lot of things, because I was talking about that with somebody else. I can't remember what we were talking about, but I was like, people are only looking at the now. Nobody's looking at, like, the future, long-term, the long-term bag. People are just focused on now. And that be the problem.
Yeah, because, I mean, like, if that was me, I look back on it like, dang, I was out here selling like, come on now. Like, I can't... you know, I can understand, but I can't understand, but I can understand, you know, stripping or whatever to make a little, you know, change, whatever, fast money. But selling,
Yeah, no. That conversation keeps coming up because I saw somebody post on their story like, dude, you 20 and you paying for like, dang, did you even try? Or no, they said teenagers. They were like, this dude's 16 paying for dude, did you even try? I'm like, why is selling so
regular?
Yeah, like it's so common now. Like nobody's scared to talk about it. Like people are so open to talk about it. I don't like that, especially because I just feel like that's for like old people. Because you know, if you really just can't get any and you're old, or maybe you just don't have game. But a lot of girls out here now are literally just throwing the pussy free. So that's why I'm just like,
it is.
So that's why I'm like, where are y'all finding bitches that selling? I mean, and granted, we got to get into what the definition of selling is, because some people think, okay, I took the bitch to the movies, I took the bitch to go eat, and then No, you didn't. You went on a date. And she just maybe was feeling you, and maybe she just wanted to please herself. Or maybe she just wanted to please herself. She might just been like,
she was tired of the vibrator.
She might just said, I need some baby. I haven't felt it hitting my pelvis in a long time, hitting my cervix.
Hitting my heart.
Right. All coming up my throat. So So I just wanted to throw it back. Because people getting confused. Because see, me selling mean I'm in the car scoping on the pier for a bitch.
Okay, like how what's that girl? Jay was over there on the beach walking around trying to talk to niggas that was walking by. She was like, "This where I'm at. I'm down, quote unquote. I'm down right now." That means that she's working. Learned a little something. But she was like, "For real, like while I'm down."
I know.
But I'm like, "Girl, you down bad?"
That
like,
was hilarious.
But
she was really like at work, and Jocelyn showed up with the cameras. She was so pissed off. She's like, "Girl,
I'm not giving out free game. Like, what you doing out here on my block?" Basically,
she said, "This where I call. You giving people where I go,
girl." But that nigga wasn't wanting none of that she was trying to sell to him. He was walking the F by trying to mind his like. He didn't even turn back around, and she kept trying to talk to that man. I was like, dang, that's how they be. They pushy like that. But I mean, I guess they have to be because they have to come back to the manager with something.
Yeah, because
so.
But clearly, I guess the people selling in Atlanta are thriving because I mean, it's just being talked about so casually. I mean, I know bitches in LA sell because most of the bitches in LA are prostitutes because half of them can't afford them homes. That's why they on OnlyFans and all types of shit trying to pay their bills. So it doesn't surprise me out there, but in Atlanta, I'm like, sheesh, she's getting to that point. I mean, I know rent, you're being raised.
I'm screaming.
Golly.
Go to another city if you can't afford the rent.
Girl, I'm about to. Deuces. But yeah, so the show is educational for us suburban gals who don't do that, or well, for me, you know, I want to get into the club life, but not dancing and selling the bottle girl shaking my ass, but that's about it. But yeah, so it kind of put you on game to like the mentality and some of the terminology and also how these people think, because like people try to, you know, justify things. Well, not justify, but try to like rationalize how these people think. And like I keep telling them, these people is strippers, prostitutes. And that's what What's a God said on here on the reunion. She was like, these is strippers, prostitutes, hoes. And they were like, who a prostitute? Who sell pussy? I'm like, well, about 3/4 of the bitches here sell. What is you talking about? Maybe not you, but
the girl you
girl right
next
here
to.
do. Right. Like, homegirl right here got a manager. He back here right now.
Telling her what to say in her ear with the little earpiece.
Bye. He's standing right here with his Brinks truck. He trying to. He ready
the rest of the girls in the back. They in the truck.
He here to collect.
Okay, because he gonna get a little something off that check. You think that's gonna be yours?
No, he getting a check. You gonna get a little something.
True, yeah.
Yeah, you getting a little something. But and that's why I think it's just so crazy. Like, You letting this man who's not even popping a pussy or selling no dick or slanging nothing around to get majority of your money, and you get a change after you just, I don't want to say degraded yourself, but you just went out here and sold your pussy to somebody. Like, you just fucked a whole random.
That's so to me. Like, I'm not trying to discredit nobody that does that, but it's just me. Like, that's just nasty.
Yeah.
I can't.
A new person all the time. Well, I guess once you get your clientele, then it's kind of like regular. But,
I just can't.
yeah, it's just not realistic to me. But I do enjoy Jocelyns Cabaret. It gives me my weekly chuckle.
Mm-hmm.
I really hope that the show remains doing great. I know that this reunion is about to be a SHIT show.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that, well, I hope that Las Vegas is going to be really good. I can't wait to see who goes.
Oh, I didn't know that they already had another.
It's funny because I've been saying Las Vegas like 80 times.
You did?
Yeah, I've said it multiple times.
Well, when you told me that you were going to be talking about season 2, I tuned you out, so.
I guess, girl, but I've been saying Las Vegas a lot.
I really did not hear that at all.
Well, yeah, the plan was Miami to gather girls, which they gathered too.
Mm-hmm.
Then come to Atlanta and we get more girls, and then we dwindle it down to 4.
Mm-hmm.
And so I guess, no, she does have her 4, but one person won the money. So now
this time it's a competition, or is this the first season like a competition too?
It is, but like I said, they clearly had no plan. That's why I'm saying, like, the first season was like, what is the plan?
Mm-hmm.
What is going on here? So then, so she got her 4 girls and 1 winner of the money.
Mm-hmm.
So now I think, I'm not too sure, but if my mind is serving me correctly, the 4 girls will go to Las Vegas, where there will be even more girls. Either it'll be even more girls, and then we dwindle it down to however amount she wants, and then it's the big performance, or the 4 girls are going to Vegas, and then it's the performance. But I just can't see it being that, because I know she wants to have another show. Mm-hmm. And I can't see the 4 girls going and really sticking it out. And especially the way that the reunion is going, it doesn't even sound like some of the girls want to come back. Mm-hmm. So I think she's going to go to Vegas, get new girls, and then dwindle it down, and then have the performance. I think it would be nice to go to Vegas to see it.
Yeah, like Cabaret in Las Vegas, that's giving. But I'm just a little confused on what the big show is. Like, I guess
her songs.
Bye.
Because that's very much what she gave at her mini cabaret in Atlanta.
Bye.
To decide her winner. She definitely went through her album or mixtape, whatever. She performed like 4 songs, and then the last part was the performance with the girls. My body calling for you. I need to hear you scream. You need to spend that cash. Oh, daddy, da, da, da. Welcome to Cabaret. It's Jocelyn and this bitch. Hey. Fantasy.
They do that?
Fantasy. A fantasy.
I thought it was supposed to be sexy.
Girl, I don't know what the hell they were doing. The only thing they were doing was shaking their ass on the floor.
Okay.
It was...
You heard that noise too?
I did. Somebody here.
No, they not.
I know. It's the house settling. Anyway, that's what my family used to always say. They're like, the house
make
just
you feel
settling.
better about yourself, but no.
I'm like, no, it's not. The house been settled.
Okay. It's been years.
Right. This thing better be settled on in.
Mm-hmm. But anyhow.
But yeah, so I feel like, the clapback, we gonna go to Vegas and go watch the show.
Did you see my face?
What would you say? We gonna go to Vegas and we gonna go be front row center at Jocelyns Cabaret. And yeah, we gonna review that. But I think that'll be fun though. Have some boas, be in some corsets. That was pretty much it for the show. I know people this was a requested video. People really enjoy the show. So our listeners who requested, or if you watch the show, comment your thoughts on the show or how you feel about Jocelyn, and if you think she's completely insane like we do, because homegirl is on one. Y'all think she's still on drugs?
Bye.
I mean, I just want to know. And the way that Yummy flipped the switch at the end, y'all think Jocelyne's on drugs and she gave them drugs? I just want to know, because that's one of my theories. I feel like she was on drugs, and then, you know, they in the house, they share weed. Like, they talk about it all the time. They like, I let you smoke my blunt. I gave you the plug. I gave you this. They smoke, drink. So it's easy for Jocelyn to just, you know, give them a pill, give them some coke.
Not some coke. Just casual.
Just give them the blow. You know, just give them a little extra booster, because they very much seem so stressed out at the end. They seem so over it. They look burnt. So I think Jocelyn's giving them girls some drugs. But y'all let me know, okay? Y'all let her know.
Okay.
And be sure to tune in to the reunion part 2. Oh, well, dang. By this drop, y'all already gonna watch it. So, you know, just comment what y'all think.
Yeah, we'll try to put a post up about it so that we can have a conversation with you guys on that topic. That was me.
Okay, don't do that.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
Y'all like my afro?
It's real cute. I've been looking at it.
Oh, thanks.
And you've been touching it the whole time. So.
Because it's like, ooh, it's all moving and stuff, you know? Okay. Bye, y'all. Love y'all.
Bye, guys. Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe on YouTube.
Now Mark is rushing me.
Oh,
I just
subscribe to our podcast. Wait, is it subscribe?
Subscribe to the YouTube. Follow on the podcast stream and stuff. It's The Clapback. And then on Instagram, theclapbackcc. Y'all can get our personals from the podcast.
Link tree.
Well, the link tree, and from the what's called. Oh my gosh, I need to put the podcast Instagram in the link tree.
Oh yeah,
I forgot about that. But yeah, so look, we just coming up with stuff. So when we shut this down, we're gonna get to work. So all right, bye guys.
Bye guys. Make sure to do it like it's your B-Day.
Do it like it's your B-Day, baby.